and you started dropping songs. And I mean, I was looking at the numbers, which is why we reached out to you. And it was like, okay, like you got 1 million here, you got close to 1 million there, you got over 1 million there. Like you started dropping songs that were really reacting on
Right.
YouTube. I mean, I'm assuming also on Spotify and
Right.
SoundCloud as
Oh yeah,
well.
definitely.
Like, what do you think was your biggest song at this point?
My biggest song up to date. Oh, my biggest song up to date will probably be It's funny we were talking about the rap game. I did a diss song, a response diss to another person that was on the same show as me, same season, and probably because one, people love entertaining negative energy. Um, Two, we were on the same show, so it's just like all both fan bases like reuniting again since the show was on. And then it being female beef. I'm talking before Remy and Nikki was even beefing. Like it was just a female beef, and then a kids beef at that. Like who's even seen that? It went crazy. I think it's like over 10 million views right now. So I would say probably that was my biggest song.
You're talking about Super Peach?
No, lyric. Me and
Lyric.
lyric.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I guess you and Super Peach had a little bit of friction on
Yeah.
the show.
Yeah. Not on
Okay.
my behalf.
Well, I guess what, your dad and her mom or something like that?
Yeah, when we were in that house, like this what I'm saying, like when you're in the circle, we know a lot of things that the people don't see. While the parents are arguing almost in every scene, the kids are upstairs. We have to do school. We still have to do school. So we're upstairs doing school. And we're listening to them argue downstairs. So, while um Peach's mom and my dad had their disagreements or whatever, me and Peach are upstairs laughing about it. Let her tell it though. But we was really upstairs laughing about it like it didn't have anything to do with us. But of course, when she got around her sister and her mother again, you have to act a certain way. My daddy always taught me his problems are his problems, his disagreements are his. I can feel a whole different kind of way. That's how we was raised. Me and my sister, like you are your own individual. At 10 years old, it don't matter. You can feel however you want to feel about any type of person. My relationships shouldn't affect your relationships with people. So I still treated Mama Peach, Sister Peach, and Peach with the utmost respect. Even after my dad had his confrontation with them, that's just how I was raised.
So Young Lyric disses you
Hmm.
on Back to Back,
Right,
and then you responded to her.
right. Um, yeah, she dissed me on back to back first. First things first, that's what a lot of people didn't know. My diss was not that was not my intentions. But once she said certain things about certain people in her back to back diss, that's when I dropped my diss. And then she dropped another diss after that. Mind you, she dropped a diss, like you said, to back to back. My mindset, I'm a businesswoman. I've been raised like this. When I tell you my dad was an entrepreneur my whole life, he instilled these things in me from the jump. I'm like, Daddy, we not even going. I'm not finna, cause he was like, I told him that I wanted to drop another diss, whatever, in response to her. He like, cool. I'm like, Daddy, though, I'm not even gonna rap on the same beat as her. I'm not gonna rap on any beat that anybody has already had. I called my producer, DJ Black. I'm like, cook me up something. I'm finna go crazy. My own beat, my own lyrics, my own studio time, my own engineer. All that was profit. Hers was just emotional, in your feelings type. You know what I'm saying? Mine was a business plan. And I still make bread off of it to this day.
Well, I heard both songs, and I think both of y'all brought it. You know, on some lyrical beef shit, it was
Mhm.
like, yeah, like I honestly enjoyed what both of y'all were spitting and the way
Mhm.
you guys both did it. And at the end of the day, this is how hip hop started. Hip hop started with
Oh yeah,
rappers
definitely. Oh,
dissing each
definitely. A
other.
lot of people they tend to forget that like it beef is, yeah, I think they look at it as more like a in the streets kind of beef. Like we look at it as like, oh, that's so messy, blah blah. But that's kind of hip hop culture to beef on songs. And I do agree that both of us did brought it. I cannot bring it. I cannot flex and say that she didn't. If I felt like she didn't, I would have never felt like I had to respond. So I will give her that. It was it
Yeah.
was it was enough to make me respond. I'll say that.
Yeah, I mean, I think songs like that are good for hip hop. And as long as it doesn't
Definitely,
spill over into anything
definitely.
else,
Definitely.
It brings a certain energy
Definitely.
and competitiveness. And, I feel both of y'all try to get personal with each other in the music. I don't know how much of it is true and how much of it isn't, but at the end of the day, it kind of doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah.
this is what it
In
is.
this song, yeah, of course everything was, excuse me, definitely derived from some kind of truth, but it's entertainment. It's the entertainment business. So of course things were dragged and made bigger than what they were, definitely.
Yeah.
But mind you, this is like, I think it's been a year and a month since this song is dropped. It's definitely all entertainment to me to this day. It's I don't have any beef with anybody from the show, anybody that wasn't on the show. Period. That's not my vibe. 2018 and going forward, that's not what I'm on. If I post the song, if I perform the song, anything like that, it's definitely no shade being thrown. It's literally just what it is. The biggest song that I've made to this day, and it will be performed forever probably. So it's no beef continued on my behalf at least.
So you said that you were actually done with beef moving
Yeah,
forward.
yeah. I see, like, I don't want to have that. This definitely was my biggest song. The fact that my biggest song was a diss to somebody else is like bittersweet. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be known for, oh, you talking about that girl that was beefing with da 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 and da 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 on that show? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to. I don't want to have that reputation. And then I'm just getting older. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see that it's way more to life. Like, this money that I'm getting right now is like the family that I'm with, the people that I have around me. It's like so many more things to be focused on than trying to beef with other females, especially when it's all these dudes winning right now, and it's a potential come up of females right now. Like, I'm not trying to contribute to any mess that would stop the female come up right now.
Well, female rap has historically been kind of interesting because you have much fewer female rappers than male rappers. But it seems like the female rappers that do get to a certain point, they all start beefing with each other.
Oh yeah.
Whereas, it's just percentage wise. It'll be like, let's just say there's 10 female rappers, 7 of them will be beefing with each other. If there's 10 male rappers, maybe 2 might be beefing with each other. And the other 8 are doing songs with each other and trying to support each other and so
Right.
forth. Like, why do you think that there's so much beef between female rappers?
It's a That's also another thing where you can't exactly put your finger on. I can talk from my standpoint. I feel like females in general, like, aside from being artists or anything that has to do with the entertainment industry, we're catty in real life. Like, we argue and beef in real life. There's always a girl fight in school. You know what I'm saying? We beef over so many things. And then dudes have this mentality, like, I feel like dudes can be in the same room as somebody that they don't get along with, and females just cannot do that. So changing that into, like, the industry, dudes can conduct themselves in the industry knowing that they maybe don't get along or, whatever, but they don't make it be known. Females, we cannot have that same mentality. It's just so difficult for us, you know what I'm saying? But that's in real life, we are like that. So imagine that on steroids when you make 2 of them famous. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's an interesting point. I mean, I've never heard it said quite like that before because, yeah, I mean, if I go out, I'm in rooms with people I don't get along with all the
Right.
time on a regular
Right.
basis. And, we might look at each other and just whatever. But you're saying that if you throw 2 females who don't like each other in the same room, something's going to happen every time.
I'm using that more as like a connotation, like the room being the industry. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, when 2 dudes are in a room, they can conduct themselves and, you wouldn't even know that they are beefing. Now make that room the industry. The dudes can be both in the industry and nobody would know that they're beefing, or even if they are, they're not making diss songs or anything like that. Put the 2 females in the room, the industry. It's not the same. It's not.
Yeah, well, I mean, women are just more emotional.
Yeah,
Period.
exactly. Exactly. I do agree with that.
Biologically,
I
and, and in
definitely,
terms of the
yeah.
way they were raised. I mean, I remember some of the discussions we've had on VladTV is we feel like we talked about how when you look at some of the violence that occurs in certain communities, and you look at some of these men that were raised by single mothers, a lot of them take on that emotional energy into adulthood and can't deal with conflict without having to act out somewhat. So yeah, I think there's a lot of truth in it. And it's actually too bad, because if the females actually banded together and did tours together and did more songs together, they would all win together.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I definitely agree. And that's another reason why I'm not on that 2018 and going forward. Like, I see the bigger picture now. I'm a little older. I'm a little more wiser, a little more mature. And I still have a lot of more growing to do. But I definitely see the bigger picture now, and I see the potential of the female come up. I know we can take this over.